Hey y'all, welcome back to the ranch. I'm Jared Paul, and today I'm going to be separating my avocado tree and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Delonix Regia flame trees. This was kind of a pot just of soil that I had thrown seeds that failed in there, and then they went through a whole year and they started popping up, and then same with the avocado seed. So they just don't work together, so I'm going to get them separated and put into these two nicer terracotta pots separately. And yeah, I figured it's 50 degrees out today, so I'm going to do it on the deck before I finish power washing. Love power washing. Look at the difference. Boom, after, before, before, after. So, Bruce Lee and me, getting ready to repot. That's what's coming up on today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai. Alright, so this avocado has really done well with dividing at this height. So I really like the height. So I think I'm going to choose the taller one for the avocado tree. And then the shorter, it's got a little bit, it's about the same, but with the height that I have the Delonix at, I think that'll work better. So I don't know how tough this is going to be to separate. They've definitely been growing together for at least 2.5 years, and maybe 3.5. But that avocado is getting some nice size to it. I had made the mistake of putting marble chips in there as a top dress, and that was just a mess. By the time I pulled them out this time, they're really pressed up and against the trunks, so I might have some like weird growth at the soil line of those flame trees. I guess we'll see. So I'm gonna get this put up on the tripod and let's see how these roots look. Sitting on a bucket of soil, it's kind of comfy. All right. That's why I put it on the turntable. So the reason why I'm choosing to do this now is is typically when these Delonix take off and the avocado, so they're indoor most of the year. I figured this is a good time. And then like a week I'll be doing my trees that have been wintering in the garage. Boom. Alright, so I guess I'm just gonna go to town because I can make a mess since I'll be spraying after. Just got my single hand hook here, starting just outside the outside tree trunk and pulling outward. I think we might be all right. Like it won't be too intertwined. Doesn't seem like an insane amount of roots to the point where it was pot bound and suffering. Wow. Where do you see this root in the avocado? Talk about a taproot. We'll have to figure that out. Right. Wow. So it's mainly these two main roots, and since it's a funky tree, I might even plant it like here and take off these roots, because now it looks like a person standing with hair. Totally doing that. Cool. So let's see what we got for these. So only one wants to fall off, but there's enough roots in there where I think I could still keep it in that spot. I'm just going to take this bottom part from the pot off, see where that takes us, and then I might just put some fresh soil in the bottom and work this into it. I hate doing root work if I don't have to. If I don't have to separate all the roots and put them through that, better chance this thing will stay happy. This species is pretty forgiving on repots, but I've had some bad luck with repotting, so I'm going to leave it like that. Let them grow nice and full in that larger pot. That'll look nice. Boom, boom. Soil looks nice. It has some fertilizer, time release pellets in there. It's a little wet. That's close to perfect height already. Trying to re-angle this one because it's, no matter where you put it, it would be pointing directly at somebody. That's a nice setup. My big tree up front. Not all at the same angle. Ooh. Gotta get off my chair. This soil's a lot lighter. It's got some pumice and perlite in there. The other one was predominantly a topsoil. But you know, these are tropical trees, so not only can you get away with more, but topsoil's closer to like a succulent mix, and so the most success I had with the flame tree was when I took a chili pepper bonsai kit, and it had starter soil and then secondary soil. I took the secondary soil and I used it with one of these, and I just absolutely loved it. And that soil looked a lot like this. So I have pretty much every single repot with maybe a handful left to do this year. So I'm not exaggerating when I say at least 100 trees. I don't know, maybe 50 or 60 total repots. So with that being said, I'm going to get a big bag of perlite and I'm going to mix it in with all the recycled soils that I have from died trees or repottings, whatever the case may be. Dead trees, not died trees. And yeah, I'm going to mix it in a big old bin or on a tarp out in the driveway, and I'm going to go to town, get to work. And that's just going to have to be good enough for all of them. Kind of a general light soil that'll retain enough moisture where I could water them once a week and not worry. Obviously during the summer outside, daily waterings are important. I'm talking more on the year round. All right. So it's right at 50 degrees Fahrenheit, no sun. So this is about as cold as it could be for these trees. So obviously I'm bringing them back in probably until mid-May. We get lots of cold spikes here, especially at night, colder winds and rains. So. Northwest Connecticut in the USA, if you're new to the channel. Alright, got a root up here I'm just going to take out. I guess I dropped the soil level about 3/4 of an inch, so there's just a few roots that I don't want to leave them on this planting that high. I do have some higher roots on some of my specimen Delonix Regia, but this one I want clean like this, because I will probably do a top dressing with a walking path through here. And I wouldn't want lots of tripping roots. Cool. So when this opens up, I'll show you on the on our exit what these look like if you haven't seen them when they're opened up. But they're nice, big fern-like leaves. So I think that'll look nice this year. So let's get this avocado planted as I feel the temperatures dropping. That's just so cool. All right, so this is all an experiment. This isn't do what I do. This is what I'm doing. Just making a cavity since it looks like the roots are pretty vertical. I might not be able to plant it as high as I want, just on stability. I'm just going to press these roots in and out as I get them down below the trunk line or soil line. Working them into that soil. And then I'm going to backfill it. Yeah, I have to put it lower than I want it. Maybe in the future. Maybe now that it has room and no other tree roots interfering with it, that'll throw some deeper root system so I could raise it up next time in a couple of years. This was a triple trunk, but it looks like, unless it's really dormant, it looks like the third one has died off over the winter. But really nice small leaves for an avocado. Normally they're at least the size of my hand, and that's what we refine them down from. Even these larger ones, if that's low enough for the camera, those are really small. I think it depends on the species avocado you get. You get lucky, some are bigger, broader, and darker. This was more of a spear-shaped leaf from the beginning. All right, cool. So I'm going to get these two plantings inside, and I'll show you one of my flame trees that's fully buttered out. All right, so we're looking at a 3-year-old Delonix Regia flame tree. This is in the baby's nursery. Sprung up when Stella was born. So you see those awesome leaves. Here's Stella in the background. It's okay, JJ. So that's why I think that forest, with the way it's planted, with the different trunks at different lines, but then one unified canopy when it comes in, I think that'll look great. So thanks for joining me for the repot, y'all. Hope everybody's doing well out there. And from my family to yours, cheers.